go! So, Capcom Highlights recently just happened this week, and we got a lot of news about Exoprimal. News that I'm very, very excited about. We got a new collaboration, we got new suits, we got a new rig, there's going to be new 10-player raid mode shenanigans, and most importantly, crossplay details. Now, timestamps will be below if you just want to jump around for each in particular thing, but there's a lot to go over, so let's get started. So first, we're going to take a look at this new collaboration event. It's going to be Exoprimal cross Megaman. Ooh. The Blue Bomber makes his return in Exoprimal, and maybe should have been one of the first ones, because this character, this franchise just fits with this game, at least in my opinion. It looks like we're going to be getting 2 new skins. It looks like Megaman himself will be portrayed by Nimbus, and Airman will be portrayed by the Witch Doctor. Now, if there's more skins of this, they did not announce, they did not say, but I am very, very excited for this as a Nimbus main myself, that I get to run around as a Blue Bomber. It sounds great. And we're also getting a new raid boss, similar to the Rathalos event. It will be the Yellow Devil, an iconic villain from the Mega Man franchise. How are they going to deal with this guy? I don't know. We just got him just standing there looking all menacing like, but that's about all we know for now. So we have new beta suits on the way, or I should say the rest of the beta suits coming for the current cast members. So Witch Doctor, Zephyr, Vigilant, Krieger, Masamune, and Nimbus. Now, we weren't giving much of the details of each of these, just small gameplay snippets of as of the recording of this video. But from impressions, it looks like Zephyr's gonna be Marvel vs. Capcom 2's, or Marvel vs. Capcom 3's Wolverine. So Drill Claw, Berserker Claw, and Daggum Weapon X combo, it looks like. Vigilant is going to have a crossbow, and it looks like Vigilant's also going to have like an exploding tip crossbow. Again, exploding tip crossbow, arrows. Details are not sure. Witch Doctor's going to get Plasma Shot, which, as the name implies, just looks like Witch Doctor has now a more offensive tool he can use, which is kind of nice. Krieger is going to have something called the Blitz Cannon. I have no idea Blitz Cannon, but it just looks like a giant laser beam shooting. I don't know if this has like an ice element or not to it, or any kind of special things. It's just a giant laser beam. Masamune is going to get Wind Cutter, and it looks like it's going to be something similar to Roadblock's Ultimate, to where it's going to have a wind effect that just tornadoes people and chucks them. And then finally, Nimbus Wild Bomb. She puts bombs on the ground. She turns into Bomberman. And if she turns into the Bomberman, she's even more bae than anything else. I'm a big Bomberman fan. I don't know why I'm turning this into a Bomberman rant, but I'm excited for this, nonetheless. And on top of that, we are getting a new rig called the Mortar. Now, this rig is something when I saw, I was like, fine. I said, finally. Because currently, like, the only real way to do consistent fire damage to anything is Barrage. Barrage is the only one that can do consistent fire damage. Now we actually have a rig that, say if I'm playing Nimbus, or I'm playing Krieger, or Masamune, or Deadeye, doesn't matter who, I have a way to do fire damage. This will help a lot in Savage Gauntlet when we get those buggers that I need to flip on their back like a turtle, but I can only do so if I have, like, set them on fire. Now everyone can do it. So we're not restricted to just using Barrage, even though Barrage is good. Next, we have a new 10-player cooperative mode called Time Loop Rebellion, in which we find the in-game boss Behemoth, but on a much, much more higher difficulty, it seems. Like shooting lasers, dropping stuff from orbit, and you're already in space. I don't know how that works, but a lot harder than the previous game mode. We don't have too many details on the specifics yet, but we do know that it's encouraging us to play the mode multiple times to get new skins and cosmetics. So essentially, if we play as Masamune, we get Masamune stuff, or conditions for Masamune, or Roadblock, we get Roadblock things. That seems to be the case. We'll get, they say, more details later. But this is also where the gold skins. You can't have an online multiplayer without gold skins. In most games, it's usually a strict like PvP thing, but this seems to be where they're going to take that ranking system. Because if it's anything like Savage Gauntlet, most of our ranking game modes are going to be leaderboard PvE based so far, is what we've been getting. And this is how we're going to get our shiny gold skin. So I don't know about you, but I kind of want to walk around and bling and just make everyone feel bad. That's the reason we want gold skins, right? To say, ha ha ha, I did this and you did not. Jokes aside, they look really nice. They look really nice. A nice little finish and gloss to them. So that's Time Loop Rebellion. And now, last but certainly not the least, and they put this in the last of the video, it seems, for this reason, my most anticipated feature, and I think an anticipated feature throughout a lot of the players in the community, is custom games and just being able to invite your friends to things. So they've given us a lot of details, but there's still some things they haven't made clear on yet. So let's see if we can break this down a bit more. First up, if you look at the little new home screen here, and again, subject to change and all this stuff, there is a now custom match button where you can click and it'll bring up a lobby code. So you can then get this lobby code and then share it with your friends. Share your lobby code with other players and participate in custom war games together. Choose whichever game modes, missions, and maps you want to play. Select Create Lobby and to receive a lobby code from other players, and join this lobby, selecting Find Lobby, entering the relevant lobby code. Cross-platform play is always enabled regardless of your game and custom match settings. So we can create a lobby and find a lobby. And if we move over from what that menu looks like, we'll start with the first tab, Custom Games, where we can see is like we got Exo Devs on one side, Exo Devs on the other side. If you look at the top right, you can select what final mission you want to play, which map you want to play, a full-on custom game maker, which is super nice. Freely choose between, and it reads, freely choose the final mission map freely. This game mode has no impact on story progression, so understand that you can't just go to custom games and cheese your way through progression. Collab missions cannot be played, and rewards or limited time campaigns cannot be earned as well. So this is just the play around with your friends kind of thing. This is just, we want to play some weird game mode, or even if you're getting together with a team for scrimmaging and you just want to practice a map, that's also a thing. This allows practicing, this allows getting together, this allows map exploration, which we haven't had before in the game. This also allows potential for tournament play, if that's the direction the community goes with it as well. So to actually have like actual game tournaments for this. So this is super nice. Now, I don't see a spectator mode or anything like that so far. I don't think there is one. I don't know if there is one. But that'd be something nice later on down the road. But the fact that we're getting this is great in of itself. If we move over to the next tab, this introduces an actual new game mode into the game called Quick Brawl. Only the final mission can be selected, and it has no impact on games and storyline and stuff, but it's only the PvP stuff. So that final PvP missions that you get to play, yeah, you can actually now play that with each other and just do that part. Just do that part, which is really nice. Again, this sets up for potential tournament play. This sets up for just practicing strategies, and or just a fun, goofy night with friends. Just get into a quick brawl, do some stuff, and call it a night. And now not lastly, but we also have the Dino Survival tab. Now, this one is different than the others because the others had said you cannot earn, story progression. This straight out says, play around a Dino Survival based on the story progress of lobby members. This game mode will impact story progress. Video logs, data will be viewed, and map analysis. And they also said in this video that it will progress. You will still be able to get Bitcoin, experience points, all that good stuff. Now, this does not look like a custom game like we had in the first tab. This looks, I don't know, like a matchmaking finder. Like this feels similar to the Halo MCC lobbies and stuff where you just meet up in the lobby and then you pick the game mode depending on the amount of players you have. That's what it feels like when I first saw this. I don't know. We don't have much detail other than just this tab. But we have, you know, you can select from PvP, random. So this may be the matchmaking finder. This is maybe what people are wanting. It might not be, you know, you select buddies. You probably have to do the custom lobby in order to match players. But heck, we might have we now have crossplay. We now have a way to invite our friends, which is great. This also applies to Savage Gauntlet. So we can now invite our friends to Savage Gauntlet. Now, as you can see, it's still locked, meaning that the players you invite all still have to beat the main game before you can do Savage Gauntlet. They still have to complete the main game, and they emphasize that in the video. So a lot of interesting stuff. Hopefully this is the cross-play fix that we've all wanted. They didn't go too much into detail other than just create a game, put out a lobby code, they join via the lobby code, and then they can just match up on you. It doesn't seem like they mentioned anything about having an expanded friends list or being able to invite people from like a friends list thing, so to speak, like how Street Fighter 6 works. But hey, we do have crossplay, so if you got friends, or like you can share this lobby code via Discord, you can just send it to a text and then they just join that lobby code. But it's here, and I'm really excited for it. Hopefully there's going to be more details coming forward, and maybe hopefully an expansion of the friends list. All this is super exciting stuff, but it's a little bit bittersweet. It's like, on the one hand, this is like all super exciting news, but on the other hand, it feels like things we should have had more in the beginning, specifically the cross-playing lobbies or custom lobbies. That should have been out day one. Being able to play with friends and being able to just test areas and worlds for a game like this, when you have these like multiplayer games, it's usually a set standard. But better late than never. And hopefully this will bring new life back into the game, because this made me excited to get back into it, personally. It made me excited to want to play more. The new Megaman event, I'd be really want to see how they did that, because the Rathalos event, actually fighting Rathalos, is so much fun. It's so much fun. I hope they take that same level of care, if not more, with fighting the Yellow Devil. The new suits look great. I like the new suits in general. I actually really enjoy how they do the exosuits in this game, to where, yes, you're playing the quote same character, but it's like that one little change that makes a dramatic difference to the character. And it just gives new ways to play. It gives high replay value, at least for someone like me. The new 10-player mode looks ridiculously fun. It just looks like so much fun. And getting those gold skins look really nice. And again, I cannot stress how much crossplay is needed for this type of game. The more ways you can play with more people in a super multiplayer focused game like this. Well, this game is all multiplayer. This game is all PvE and even PvP multiplayer. And we're even getting more stuff for PvP, the Quick Brawl events, because that's one of the things I really like about this game. And again, this is just personal. I'm a big fan of PvE VP games in general, to where player versus environment versus player games. And sometimes the PvP bit feels short-lived. So the fact that I can just get together with a group and just play those modes over and over again puts a big smile on my face. Puts a real big smile on my face. But that's it. Thank you all for hanging out, tuning in, and being awesome.